and welcome back to my corner of YouTube, y'all. I am glad that you are here today, here at Quilting, Beauty, and Books. I pray that you and your family are all doing well today and that you enjoy today's video. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, we'll be doing another Bible look-through. Today's Bible is none other than the Scofield Study Bible 3, and it is in a New King James Version, and it is in large print and with red letter text for the New Testament. So I'm going to flip this camera around and let's get started, shall we? Okay guys, here is the Scofield Study Bible 3. This is in a New King James Version, large print, and with red lettering. Here is the spine of the book. It's by Oxford. And then here is the back of the book. Okay. Before I open it up, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can obtain a better view. Okay, let's open this Bible up. Here we have the Sentinel of the Scofield Study Bible. Here we have the helps and the theological benefits, or theological benefits, however you pronounce it. And then useful services. Now I have to admit I haven't read those sections of this Bible yet, but I will do so. Here is the title page. Another title page. As you can see, these pages are really, really thin because you can see all of the ghosting. Here are the contributors. Here we have the contents. You have the Old Testament and the New Testament. Now, as you can see, the chapters of the Bible are broken down into outline format, so it's easier to find what you're looking for when you're searching for topics in the Bible. Here is the introduction. Here is the preface or preface. And then here is how to use this study Bible. There are 8 sections to this Bible, and I will be hitting on all 8 of those sections when we get to them. And then this is the overall plan of the Bible. And I like in this overplan, as you can see, I've done some reading on this, and it said, since the Bible's depths can never be fully plumbed by an infinite mind, there is always more to learn. I like that they said that, because regardless of how much you think you know, you still don't know everything. And they wanted to make sure they put that in black and white. And it also says that the Bible is one book. And then, of course, everybody knows that the Bible is a book composed of books. And then it says that the entire Old Testament is a preparation for Christ. And the Bible just tells the human story, the human part of Jesus. And then they also said the central theme of the Bible, of course, is Christ. Next, we have the Old Testament. Next, we have the Pentateuch, which is the first 5 books of the Bible. And then here is the first, Genesis. And as you can see, they give you an introduction page. It gives you the author, the theme, beginnings, the date of the writings, and they break down the book of Genesis in outline formats. And then the book begins, and here it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And that was reading Genesis 1 verses 1. Here they break down into chaining the scriptures. So in the beginning, they have a small a there, and it refers you over to John 1:1. And by God, they have a B, and it tells you what God means, deity, and names of, and then they said verse 1, Genesis 2, verse 4. If you go to 2, verse 4, there is made reference to God created. And again, they tell you Genesis 1. And then on Malachi 3:18, there is a note. This book is chock full of the study portion. It gives you like 1-in-1 box text, and it tells you like the names of deity, God, in Hebrew, Elah, or Elohim, and it breaks it down just a little bit more for you to study. And again, it tells you that in Malachi 3:18, there is a note and so much more. Next, here are in-text maps. They're all in black and white. Here starts the historical books. This is the second division. Here is the third division of the poetic and wisdom books. And again, it gives an introduction page. Of course, starting with the book of Job. And then here is the fourth division, the prophetic books. And then this is the bridge, and it tells you from Malachi to Matthew, you know, what was happening during that time. Then we begin the New Testament. And then you have the fifth division, the 4 Gospels. And the New Testament is set up exactly the way the Old Testament is set up with the introduction pages. So I wanted to show you that. Here is the 6th division of the book, the Epistles of Paul. And then here are the general epistles. I believe that's the 7th division. And here, I think that was it. I may have miscounted. Monies and weights and measures. And then this is the subject chain references. So if you were looking for a topic, you will come and look for the topic. Let's say we're looking for forgiveness. And we can go and look. They tell us a summary note on Matthew 26 and 28. And then here are the scriptures that correspond with forgiveness. Here is a subject index. And I like this Bible because it has the index to proper names. I wish this was like digital where you can push a button and, know how to pronounce some of these names. But you do the best you can. I'm sure there's somewhere, if you Google it, they can tell you how to pronounce it. But yeah, some of these names, yeah, nah. Here is the New King James version of the concordance. Here is the new Oxford Bible maps. They have coordinates here, and you just reference them on the maps that we are about to take a look at. Here is the Jerusalem in Old Testament times. We have the upper city, the Mishnah, second quarter, the lower city, the city of David. And this writing is too small, so I don't see how this one might help me, but I guess it might help somebody. And then here is map 2, the background of the Exodus. Here is Israel and Canaan. Here is the United Monarchy. The Near East in the time of the Assyrian Empire. Here is Central Palestine in the Old Testament times. Here's Judah. Here is Palestine under the Herods. He had a lot of kingdom. And then here is the background of the New Testament, Rome and the East, including St. Paul's journeys. Here's Jerusalem, Damascus. Damascus is where Paul was on his way. Or was he on his way there, or was he struck down there? Failed to remember. And lastly, this is Jerusalem in the New Testament times. Then it has only one page of cardstock and then the end of the Bible. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Bible look-through. it is, I can give it a thumbs up. Only thing that I didn't care for the Bible too much about is you can look here. There is some room to write in the columns, but not very much. And again, it is not a journaling Bible, so I guess I couldn't expect for it to have too much. But like on some pages, there's like no room to write at all. If it was consistent throughout the Bible, maybe I will be a little bit more happier with it. And then the ghosting, I get distracted sometimes very easily, and to be able to see all this behind it, because the pages are like super duper thin, that is my only two complaints I have with the Bible. Other than that, I believe this Bible is an excellent Bible. Do I regret getting it? No, I do not. I do really like this Bible. So that is my look through of the Scofield Study Bible 3. And until the next video, guys, be blessed.